Just yesterday morning, let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. Walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. I just can't remember who to send it to. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought I'd see you again. Hey there. My name's Mark, and I just want to take a moment to let you know about and to invite you to the South City Folk Jam. The South City Folk Jam is simply a gathering of musicians of all skill levels who meet once a month to play a lot of fun songs together. Now, when you come, you'll be handed a songbook, which is filled with all different styles of folk music. It's really all over the map. So some of it is really old-timey stuff, kind of like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, if you know that movie. Old classic American folk songs, which are still a lot of fun to play. A lot of selections are also from the American folk revival of the 1950s and 60s. So if you're familiar with Peter, Paul and Mary, Bob Dylan, all that kind of stuff. And then the rest of it is just hits. A lot of hits from the 60s all the way through the 2000s, whether it's the Beatles or the Eagles or Joni Mitchell, or I was just singing there, James Taylor. And it's really kind of, again, just kind of all over the map. What all the songs I think have in common, though, is that they are relatively easy. And as long as you know your 10 basic chords, then you're going to do just fine at the folk jam. For example, if you know a G, a C, a D, E, E minor, A minor, B7, B minor, and F. And that's about it. Now there are a few outlier chords that show up every once in a while, but seriously, like 90% of the songs we play are some combination of those 10 chords. And what I really like about the folk jam is that it works for all skill levels of musicians. So if you're a relative beginner, maybe you've only been playing for a couple months, but you do know your 10 basic chords, then you're going to do just fine at the folk jam. Maybe your strumming will still be kind of simple, and you'll just be maybe a single strum or something to start with, but you'll find that coming to the folk jam is a great way to really grow in your skills, especially in terms of rhythm and strumming. And so I want to invite you, if you're a relative beginner, come on out. But the folk jam also works for really seasoned players. Maybe you've been playing for decades and you got some chops. Well, come on out. It's easy for us to kind of give some space in all the songs for solos and for people to kind of showcase what they can do, which is always a lot of fun. And so the folk jam works for all skill levels of musicians and everything in between. And it's really just a lot of fun. Now our next folk jam is coming up on Saturday, October 12th from 3 to 5 p.m. at the South San Francisco Parks and Rec Building, which is that shiny new building right on El Camino on the corner of Chestnut or Westboro. They kind of changes there. The official address is 901 Civic Campus Drive, and we'll be in room 236, which is on the second floor. There is a $6 drop-in fee, which is required for all drop-in classes at the South City Parks and Rec. And if you could bring that in cash, that would be appreciated. Lastly, if you can, RSVP, it just helps me out a little bit. It's not required that you RSVP, but it is helpful for me to just get a sense of roughly how many people are coming. So if you're watching this on the Meetup app, then you already know about Meetup, and you can just RSVP through that. If you're watching this on SouthCityFolkJam.com, then you can scroll to the bottom and you'll see a link to our Meetup page. Meetup is just an app, a really cool app actually. You might want to explore that a little bit more, but it's just a way to RSVP. Now, I also know that many folks hear about the class through the Parks and Rec, and they don't know anything about Meetup, and so they just come, which is totally cool. And so not everybody knows about how to RSVP, which again is fine. And it's not required, but it is helpful. So with that, I hope to see you. I really enjoy our folk jam. Not only is it a lot of fun for me, but I think it's something really healthy. We live in a world that's increasingly hectic and isolating, and the folk jam is just one of those ways to kind of fight against that, to take a break, turn off screens for a little while, get out of your house for a little while, and come and hang out with people, and especially hang out by playing music together. It's been cool to watch a lot of the relationships get built, a little bit of a community getting going with our group. And I just want to invite you to come and experience it. It's a lot of fun, not only music, but the people. And it's just really, really sweet. So again, I hope to see you. The next one's coming up Saturday, October 12th at 3 o'clock. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend, but I always thought I'd see